Tonight, we're following a Midstate woman's ongoing battle to regain custody of her grandchildren. We first told you about her in November when she raised concerns about the caretakers watching her loved ones.
Well, now we are learning some disturbing things about the people the state put in charge of these two children. Fox 17 News' Amanda Chin has the story.
Right here on the Department of Children's Services website, you'll see it says placement with a relative can enhance a child's sense of belonging and lessen a child's trauma. That's why one Midstate grandmother just doesn't understand why a judge won't grant her custody and why it took so long for her grandchildren's caretakers to be held accountable for allegedly mistreating those kids. Phillip Gardner and Abigail Gardner haven't had it easy. For the past several years, the children were in custody of caretakers approved by a judge in the Department of Children's Services. But in August, court records show officers charged those two caregivers with 2 counts each of child abuse and neglect.
It still affects me. I don't think it's a day that goes by just to reflect back on everything that happened that I shed tears.
Fox 17 investigates a grandmother fighting for custody of her grandchildren.
Back in November, Fox 17 told you about grandmother Elizabeth Buckhanon and her family's concerns about the caregivers for years and claimed nothing had ever been done. She believed Abigail and Phillip had been subject to nutritional neglect and physical abuse. They were sleeping on the floor, their clothes too small.
They were placed in...
Buckhanon says the children were eventually removed from that house and brought to Buckhanon's house for several days, where in a medical checkup, doctors told the grandmother Abigail and Phillip's stomachs looked distended. But days later, DCS took her grandchildren away with only one explanation. They told her it was for safety reasons.
Because they were saying that there was a community partner and possibly somebody else did not think the children would be safe with me.
Since then, Buckhanon has not seen or had contact with her grandchildren, who she says are now being shuffled around different homes. It bothers Cheryl Huff. She helps run the Middle Tennessee Action Network, a civil rights group that helps families.
You taking the children and won't give them to the family, but you putting them in harm's way, and then you saying it's okay. What makes that okay?
I asked the Department of Children's Services about typical protocol when it comes to placement options for children. I also asked why family members may be removed as caretakers. A spokesperson says, when a child comes into our care, DCS prioritizes placing them with a relative so long as that placement provides for the safety and best interests of the child. To this day, Buckhanon is still fighting to regain custody of her grandchildren in court.
I want them to know that we fighting. We're not giving up. And that's one thing I know God don't do. He don't give up.
Buckhanon says a trial was originally supposed to be held in April, but it got delayed, so it won't be happening until January 3rd of next year. Reporting in the studio, I'm Amanda Chin, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.